Hey guys, welcome back and happy Monday. All right, guys, well, we're back to talk about Nene Leakes because her and Bravo have jointly decided to dismiss this lawsuit. So not only is it dismissed, but we're about to debunk this because there are a lot of rumors going, and I can already tell you what I feel like happened. So before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so this came out that Nene Leakes and Bravo decided to jointly dismiss this lawsuit. Now, if you guys remember correctly, she was suing the network and Andy and Truly and everyone in between because she said that they fostered a hostile, racist work environment. So why would she actually get rid of this lawsuit, dismiss it? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense because if you think about it, just a week or two ago, she said that she had receipts against Andy Cohen that she was going to potentially leak, right? But that never happened. Now we're seeing, thanks to TV Deets, the page, like Page 6 or all of these other different media outlets, we're seeing where they're reporting on what actually happened. So according to TV Deets, they wrote, Nene Leakes, Bravo, and NBC Universal have agreed to dismiss her lawsuit alleging the network fostered a racist work environment on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. According to The Sun, the dismissal documents were jointly filed on Friday, August 19th, and Nene can refile in the future, meaning this may not mean that the parties have settled. I don't agree with that, okay? And this is why. But let me read what they had to say first. The Sun reports that according to court documents, the former Real Housewives of Atlanta star has filed to dismiss the case, which previously alleged that Andy and her former employer ignored allegations of racism on the Real Housewives of Atlanta set. On Friday, a document filed in Atlanta court shared Nene and Bravo had filed a joint dismissal without prejudice, meaning she can reopen the case in the future, reads the report, with the outlet noting that it isn't made clear, that the documents why Nene has agreed to drop the lawsuit. All parties consent and stipulate the foregoing dismissal. The document reads according to The Sun. No party will seek recovery of cost or attorney's fees in any submission of the court. The outlet has reached out to Bravo and Nene for comment, but so far, no one is speaking about the dismissal news. So I can tell you guys exactly what happened because people are like, oh, well, it must have been that Nene knew that she wasn't going to win and that she didn't want to continue to pay her attorneys. From what I'm gathering here, especially with Nene and her status, she probably had pro bono attorneys, meaning she had attorneys, and this is an Emily D. Baker, the #1 legal badass commentator on YouTube. I feel like this is a question for her, but from what I'm gathering, she probably had pro bono attorneys, and those attorneys are paid if they win. They take on a case and they're only paid if they win. If they don't win, then they don't get anything. And what I'm guessing here is that Nene Leakes and Andy Cohen and Bravo came to an agreement. You know what's funny is I was talking to another Real Housewife, a former Real Housewife, about Nene's lawsuit. I've talked to a few people about Nene's lawsuit, asking them, what do you think is actually going to happen? And they're like, for sure, 100%, Bravo is going to settle. I think that's exactly what happened. I think by Nene saying, I have receipts, if she shared receipts with her attorneys and her attorneys shared those receipts with Bravo and Andy, they are not going to want all of this to go down the tube. Think about it. They have the Real Housewives of Dubai reunion coming out, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion coming out, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Beverly Hills reunions coming out. They are not going to want something to publicly be put out there that makes Andy Cohen look bad. So instead, why don't they settle? Settle for an undisclosed amount, sure, but I understand that they're saying, well, Nene can refile in the future, which means that the parties may not have settled, but I'm sure there's a stipulation in there that she actually cannot. I feel like what happened was they wanted to leave it open like this so it didn't look like there were that there was any foul play on Bravo's end. But I think what they did was they paid Nene because Nene's claiming that they, fostered this sort of hostile racist work environment, right? And that they weren't letting her get any work with SiriusXM or any other reality shows. But I think what happened here was she's missing out on a lot of money, and she was crucial in creating the Bravo franchise, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. When you think of Bravo, you think of Nene, you think of Bethany Frankel, you think of Lisa Vanderpump. It all makes sense. So I think that this is completely yes, it's dismissed, but I think it's been debunked because at the end of the day, I think what happened was she got a settlement. She has been fighting way too hard and for way too long to prove herself in this lawsuit and prove what she's saying is actually true. And she's been throwing out there, I will expose all of you guys. I want this to be a public forum where everybody understands and knows my side of the story. She wouldn't do that if she didn't have any sort of information. And if she has some sort of information or receipts that she's saying, yeah, for damn sure, nobody from the network, they're not going to want her to put those out there. So what happens is you pay in order for that to not happen. It's almost like you're buying the receipts back. I want to hear what you guys think, but at the end of the day, it's dismissed. No one knows. People are assuming Nene Leakes couldn't afford to, continue to pay her attorneys. I think with a case like this, this could definitely have been pro bono. I think that her attorneys would have taken on a case with a high profile celebrity. And I don't mean high profile like, Angelina Jolie or Jennifer Hudson or something like that, but she's still up there enough. She has the influence. I don't think that they would have taken a case and said, okay, well, she doesn't have a real case, so let's just start charging her. I mean, I know attorneys do that, but I definitely think she could have had a pro bono case. I do want to hear what you guys have to say about this, but before we jump into that and all of your unfiltered comments, I wanted to say thank you guys so much for joining us for Hot Messy Topics. Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is 4 p.m. Pacific, we have our Let's Whine About It. So if you guys haven't joined our memberships, you're more than welcome to go ahead and do that. It's $1.49 for your first month and $2.99 for every month after that. But we're doing Let's Whine About It, which is a little bit more personal. We have a lot to discuss, including who's our next interview, what we have coming up, projects, and Jason and I just we step outside of the realm of Bravo. But we also take callers because we haven't been taking callers as much on our lives. And so hopefully you guys will come in and join us. And we can even talk about this lawsuit and why. I'm going to call Emily D. Baker after this because I want to see what her thoughts are, even though she's incredibly busy, but I know she'll have some insight. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. In the meantime, don't forget that Wednesday, we have the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Dubai. So Thursday, we'll be coming back with our recap. And then also we're meeting up with one of our favorite housewives tomorrow. So we'll make sure to document that as well. As far as the channel and everything we have coming up in between, Jason has Anchor Watch on Tuesday at 11 p.m. I saw where people were asking, what do you guys have, coming up? What's next? Well, that's what's next. So hopefully you guys can join us. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, we'll see you next time. Bye guys. Love you.